Another shot? He held his arms open and winked at me. My heart fluttered for a second. Ugh! Why are the cute ones always such jerks? I glared at him as I slid my backpack over my shoulder and stomped out of the cafeteria. I'd never lost my cool before, and I couldn't believe I'd thrown food at that jackwagon. Looking down at my gloppy hands, I exhaled through gritted teeth and made my way to the nearest bathroom. The halls were empty, except for a sophomore with a laminated red pass in his hand. We passed each other a few steps before the girls' bathroom, the shiny floor squeaking under our sneakers. "Hey, Tantor, you've got something on your back," he called over his shoulder with a chuckle before disappearing around the corner. Balling my fists, I shoved the bathroom door open with the backs of my forearms. Per usual, the small room stank of cheap perfume and paper towels overflowed from the trash can to the left of the sinks. I caught a glimpse of my scrunched-up face in the mirror. I hated Fuller James. No one else made my blood boil like him. When he wasn't throwing food in the lunchroom or making out with my ex-best friend right next to my locker, he was showboating on the basketball court and bragging about his stats. Fuller had such a big head, it was a miracle he could fit through the locker room door without getting stuck. I cranked on the water and washed my sticky fingers. What a jerk! After they were sufficiently clean, I grabbed a handful of paper towels and headed into a stall. Taking a breath, I tried to calm myself down before slipping off my shirt and wiping away as much of the mashed potato debris from my neck and upper back as possible. I still felt gross, but I tugged my shirt back on over my head. I reached for the lock on the stall but froze when I heard my former best friend's nasally voice. "Can you believe Fuller?" Marissa asked, "throwing food in the cafeteria like a 10-year-old? Honestly, I don't know why I put up with him." Pulling my hand back, I clutched my backpack to my chest and sat down on the edge of the toilet. The last thing I needed right now was a run-in with her. "Because he's so damn hot," Courtney laughed. Courtney and Marissa were always together. As part of the popular clique, they wore only stilettos to school. I couldn't even begin to imagine hiking up to the 3rd floor in those death contraptions. "I heard he hooked up with Haley on Saturday night," Marissa said. The jealousy in her voice was palpable. She and Fuller must have been on a break again. Keeping up with their relationship status required a degree in statistics, or at least some kind of master calendar. "It's like he's shoving the breakup in your face," Courtney replied. Silence. I could only assume they were putting on more lip gloss, like they needed a 7th layer. "Whatever," Marissa said. "That bitch will be yesterday's news. I can have him back any time I want." "I mean, duh," Courtney said. "Oh my gosh, please stop talking and get out of here." I couldn't believe I used to be friends with Marissa Stanton. We'd been inseparable in elementary school, but that all started to change in 6th grade. Marissa's parents went through a nasty divorce, and she quickly found out that she could manipulate them into giving her whatever she wanted. By the start of 7th grade, her whole personality had changed. When we hung out, she spent most of the time asking me if I liked her hair or her clothes. She stopped wanting to stay in and make brownies or watch movies. Instead, when she wasn't obsessing about herself, she was fixated on Fuller James, the most popular guy at our school. When I didn't join in, she started to get annoyed with me. I could feel it building, but I didn't know what to do about it. I tried talking to her, but she didn't want to hear it. Instead, she started hanging out with Courtney more and me less. Our friendship finally came to an end in 7th grade. She got boobs, while I got a retainer. To make matters worse, at the spring fling, Mark had asked me to dance. Normally, this would be a good thing. Unfortunately, I'd come down with a terrible cold and sneezed mid-dance. I can still remember the look of disgust on his face.